Hey everybody, this is a new video recording method for me while I'm driving. So I will be not necessarily looking at you as I am driving. So I am on my way to go to my dear friend Stillfree's memorial service. Today is May 22nd. He passed away exactly 3 months ago on February 22nd from COVID-related COVID. And I don't know how old Larry was. I feel like he might be in his early 60s, but he was way too young to die. A man with great, huge heart, with a giant purpose and mission on this planet to help others, to fully love everybody. He's a man that I honor and respect so much. His story is profound, and his journey has affected and impacted so many people on this planet who have been lost or trying to get off of their habits. People that have committed crimes that he can. So Larry turned himself in for a crime that he had committed and went to prison for, I think it was 6 years, and that's how he met my mom. My mom and him are best friends, and he when he went to prison, started writing, and he would do he'd have people would come to his cell to hang out with him and read the Bible and be with somebody who didn't judge them for their crimes, who accepted and loved them, which is what he found at the Union Gospel Mission, which was what inspired him to ultimately turn himself in. So when he was in prison, he was in a cell with a janitor that worked at my mom's school. So my mom would go to visit the janitor, and that's how she met Larry. So Larry is a writer of poems and books. His book actually was published right before he passed away. So I'm kind of sad that he didn't get to see it physically in his hands, but I know he knows and is witnessing. But my mom would do the artwork for all of his things. And my mom's book was just released as well. They just got him today or yesterday. My mom's is The Miracle of Death. And it bridges with Stillfree's book, which is, my mom's is The Miracle of Death. Stillfree's is The Miracle of Healing, I think. I could be wrong on that one. But so my mom had pancreatic cancer, and that's typically the one that kills you pretty darn quick. They usually give people about 3 months to live, and my mom is a survivor, and it was definitely a miracle, her experience, and so thankful that she's here today. It's gonna be a hard day though, a celebration though. Everybody has so much love and respect for Larry, including myself, so much. He is a Christian that I have never, ever in my entire life felt judged by for looking different than other people when I had my dreadlocks, to having a different lifestyle than typical, to not believing the exact same things that they do. Never judged, always supported, always loved. I always knew if I ever needed anything ever, if I ever got into any situation, he would be a person that I could call for help. And and so many people on this planet will miss him dearly. I brought plenty of hankies today. So, memorial services are interesting. I got ordained so that I could marry people quite a while ago now. I think I've married, 6 people, but I've also buried. I've been the person hosting funerals. My last partner, Matt, I was honored to be asked to do the funeral services for both his grandma and grandpa. And then my cousin passed away this last November, and I was able to lead a Zoom memorial since we were in the middle of the pandemic. And you know, it's hard. It's the hardest thing I think about death, like when I think about myself leaving this planet, is I don't want people left behind to feel sad, because I know that they will miss me. And so when I led these funerals, it's challenging. It's really challenging, but it's so great to reflect on people's lives. You know, what impacts they had, their family members, like just to honor all of that, but mostly to create a sense of completion is not a right word, but a sense of togetherness for all of the people that are left behind, who will miss our humans terribly until we are able to see them again. So I guess that is what I would like to say. I'm gonna I've been put in charge of doing some videoing of it today. My mom and Larry created back in the 90s. This was at a point in time where my mom and I were not communicating, and she was at a really low place, and she got this message that said, by the grace of God, I will invest my emptiness in people. And so she started doing the work, started doing the outreach, started working with the Union Gospel Mission and with people, and got out of the church and onto the streets. And her and Larry opened up what's called Off-Broadway Family Outreach, and it's they call them Lighthouses of Hope, that they so what they do is they have these houses that are graciously offered to them at a lower price for them to rent it. And so they bring people in who are lighthouse keepers, who don't have to pay a lot to live there, but in turn give back to the community. So Larry, he was the one at the first lighthouse, and Marcel, and then Joe, and these people, they I think this is where I'm going. They not only do they worship, they never judge. So they have these houses in an area of Spokane that's called Felony Flats, and 15 years cemetery ID card. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back because I gotta get an ID card. All right, peace out. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to be driving through a cemetery. So what I was saying was that my mom and Larry started Off-Broadway back in the 90s. I remember being with them and Daniel at Frankie Doodle's, which is this place where Larry would often meet with people to worship and communicate and help them out. And it was a fun memory, but they created and came up with, at that point, what was called Simple Christians Under Maintenance. SCUM is what it stood, what the initials are. And I loved that. And it was really fun to see that, and then to see how far it has come over the years. I think I'm going on the wrong way. Good thing it's not a highway. I just saw an arrow on the road. Good thing there's no cemetery police. So, I'm definitely gonna have to edit this. Hey everybody. So I am going to be finishing up the segment that I started recording the day of Larry's memorial service. And it was challenging to try to maneuver a cemetery I've never been to and talk to you about what I wanted to talk to you about. So the point I left off was explaining how SCUM was created, and then all these years later, 20 some years later, they now have this outreach that they do amazing work in working with people. If you're interested in checking that out, you can check out their website at www.offbroadwaylighthouse.com.
And, you know, twice a week they give out food to people. Monday nights they have dinner at the Hub Lighthouse in on Nettleton and Dean, and they sing and worship and have food and fire pits, and I think they also do things on Sunday. But anyway, they have their event calendar in there, so please check it out. They also have my mom's book is on there, and Larry's book is on there, and my mom will have 2 more books coming out, some coloring books that she made. And so anyway, the memorial itself was amazing. It was a beautiful gathering of people who just deeply love, whose lives were deeply affected by Larry. And the sadness was definitely present because we miss our human friends, but the joy of the experience and the impact that Larry had on all the people's lives who were there was beautiful. So I will put a couple photos on the end of this just so you can see how beautiful it was. And yeah, Mom will probably be posting some stuff on, ooh, hi little dog, on their website as well. So all right, I will talk to you later. Bye.